Our topic for today is all about joining client's PC on the domain. Press Window plus R in your keyboard, then type NCPA CPL, then click OK. Local area connection will be appear. Right-click Local Area Connection, then click Properties. Click Internet Protocol version 4 TCF/IP-1PV4, then click Properties. Add the following network configuration where settings value, IP address, any valid but not duplicated IP address range from 1-254, e.g. 192.168.0.11. Subnet mask 255.255.255.0. Difficult gateway IP address of router swap, e.g. 192.168.101. Preferred DNS server's IP address, e.g. 192.168.0.10. After that, click OK and click Close. Join domain using Windows 7. Step 1. On the taskbar, click Start, right-click Computer and click Properties. Click Change Setting. In the System Properties dialog box, click the computer name and tab and click the Change button. After specifying the name of the computer and the domain to join, click OK. You would be asked to provide a username and password for the user who has the permissions to let a computer join a domain. Types of username of user with admin privilege which allow a computer to join a domain. Press tab, then type the account's password. After entering user and password, click OK. You will be received a welcome message. Restart your computer. Installing file service. Step 1. Go to the Start menu and select the service Server Manager. The Server Manager console will be open. Select Add Roles from right pane. Select the Files and Services role from the role list and click Next. Next, read the introduction of file service and click Next. Select the Create of Namespace letter using the DFS Management option and click Next. Click Next. Review the confirmation wizard for roles services and click Install. Click Installations process.
Computer software installation. The operating system of your computer is an important factor to be considered when you install any software. Before you install software, the first important step is to check the configuration of your computer. Also check the hardware and software requirements of the software you are installing. Sometimes the software to be installed is compressed in RAR or zip file. In these cases, before you install the software, you have to uncompress all the installation files and folders. The computer may even prompt you to install the supporting software after you complete the installation. When you install any software program on the computer, it is advisable to close all other programs, utilities. When installing software application related to computer networking or web browsing, it is recommended to disable the antivirus and the firewall. Computer hardware installation. The computer hardware may include a CD that contains that software supports the new hardware. The computer must be restarted after a CD installation incomplete. There are two different types of the computer hardware to be installed on your desktop computer. They are as follows. External hardware, also called peripheral components, are those items that are often externally connected to the computer to control either input or output functions. The computer hardware is connected to the computer via various ports. These are USB, serial and parallel port, FireWire, Bluetooth, PS2, and PC card. Internal hardware. The internal hardware is a bit complicated and requires some basic knowledge about the computer internals. The CPU cabinet is opened by removing the side panels of the cabinet. Identify the slot in which you have to plug your hardware. Plug in hardware that is to be installed and ensure that it has fit properly. The side panel and the screw are replaced into their original places and all the wires are connected to their respective slots. The power cord can then be plugged into main and the computer can be switched on. The computer software and hardware installation is very easy with some basic knowledge about computer. If some installation is complicated, you may ask a professional to install or help you with the software and hardware. Hardware and software maintenance. This maintenance defragmenter. This fragmentation occurs when files are deleted, software is installed or removed, internet browser, cache information, etc. Computer cleaning recommendation. Monitor and LCD panels. Clean with a mild cleaning solution like Windex and a soap cloth. Keyboards. Clean with a soap cloth, not a paper towel which can leave vases between the keys. Fans. The grills should be kept free to dash to allow maximum cooling to the internal components. Use a vacuum or compressed air to remove debris. CD-ROM, DVD-ROM, CD, DVD, combo drives, and floppy disk drives. Always handle the media properly. Keep in its case. Hold media by the edge. To eliminate fingerprints, oil on the surface, do not subject the media to extreme heat and cold. Hardware maintenance tips. Shut down then power off the system before changing any part or plug. Use anti-static mat or wrist strap. Keep it clean, especially air filters. Be firm but gentle when seating board, chips, connectors, etc. and ventilation pads. Don't drink anything around your machinery. Avoid vibration or shocks. Software maintenance. According to the Institute of Electrical Electronics Engineering, IEEE, as cited Rebecca McComber, posted on ehow.com. Software maintenance is defined as the process for managing and executing software maintenance activities. Software maintenance is in its most basic sense the care, support, repair, and adaptation of software. Correction. These are issued as fixes or updates. Adaptation. An example of adaptive software maintenance is the release of a new version or upgrade a software to enable the software to work with a new operating system version. Perfection. An example of perfection software maintenance is the release of an upgrade that improves the speed of functionality of the original software. Prevention. An example of prevention software maintenance is the continual observation of the software by the creator or an independent team or auditors. Upgrading and updating a software program are two different things. When upgrading software program, you will almost always have to purchase the upgrade. However, most updates are small and usually free programs that can be run to update the program. See our update dictionary definition additional information on this term. A hardware upgrade often involves removing an old hardware device and replacing it with a new hardware device. For example, replacing a 8 MB PCI video card with a 32 MB AGP video card would be considered an upgrade. Reason and benefits a user should expect to see when upgrading a hardware device. Performance increase. The majority of the hardware upgrades performed is done to increase the performance of the computer. Capacity increase. User may upgrade or add a new device to increase the overall capacity of the computer. Compatibility. A user may upgrade one or more components in their computer to be able to run or use a software program.
Windows Server 2008 NTFS permission. Permission at the file system level, otherwise known as NTFS, which means New Technology File System. Permission control who can see, edit, or create files. Dito is pwede mong i-manage kung ano yung makakakita o makapag-edit dun sa files na ginawa mo. Permission can be applied to group or individuals. NTFS permission. NTFS permission are based on the file system used in Windows system since Windows NT 3.1. Dating meron ng file system na ganito, mas in-improve lang nila. NTFS permission can only apply to NTFS format disk. Older drives with F8032 formatting cannot have NTFS permission. Kumbaga yung mga older drive is walang features ng NTFS na ganito. Yung mga latest lang. NTFS permission apply to user log into locally on the server as well as network user. The permission are based on the permission granted user when they log on to Windows and can be applied to individual or groups. NTFS permission have 5 basic types of permission. First is write. Write to a file and add files. Second is read. View files, folders, and properties. Third is read and execute. Read files and executable files and script. Fourth is modify. View, modify, add, and delete files and their properties. Fifth is full control. Add, modify, and delete folders and files and change their permissions. Sixth is allow or deny. NTFS permission can allow or deny access to user and groups. Thus, permission might be granted to read, write, and modify but not to execute it. We have some example here to set permission for an object. First step. In the Windows Explorer, right-click a file, folder, or volume and choose Properties from the context menu. The Properties dialog box appear. Second step. Click the Security tab. Third step. Under Group or Username, select or add a group or user. Fourth step. At the bottom, allow or deny one of the available permission.